Are you tired of spending a lot of money and getting absolutely nothing you wanted? Head on over to MrMutCoin.com for the cheapest, safest, most reliable coins on the net. And are you also looking for training points to power up that player to make him just a little bit better? Training is also available on the website. Link is down below in the description. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Jez. Welcome back to another Madden 19 video. Hopefully, you guys are doing fantastic. As you guys can see from the title, we went ahead and got some gameplay in with the Seattle Seahawks. Now, I'm just scrolling through. I wasn't sure what exactly team I wanted to use. I'm just looking. I was like, you know what? Let's roll with the Seahawks one time. Let's go ahead and use the NFC West for game number 2 again. So we were 2-0 with the San Francisco 49ers. Let's see if we can go ahead and keep that same energy and get a W with the Seahawks. So I'm looking through the roster, seeing what type of speed they got for the D linemen, what type of wide receivers, what type of all that good stuff, because I need to know what type of personnel it is I'm working with. But as you guys can also see from the title, we go up against the Houston Texans, and that D-line is monstrous with J.J. Swizzle, with Justin James Watts, and also Jadeveon Clowney. Those two guys are just a force to be reckoned with. And I'm definitely wasn't excited about facing that team because, again, that D-line is just so good. On top of them having Deshaun Watson, you definitely need to go on ahead and pay attention to him because he will take off in a hurry and create some havoc on the ground. Again, the last thing I'd like to do is go on ahead and bottle everything up, right? Actually play some good defense, actually bottle everything up. And then we go on ahead and give up, you know, a run on the ground, because that would suck, right? That would not be good. So to start off the game, we are on defense, and we're going to go on ahead and hopefully, you know, do the dang thing. And, you know, let's see if, you know, Cam Chancellor and ET3 and Bobby Wagner and Seahawks got some dudes. As much as I'd hate to admit it, because I definitely do not like the dang Seahawks because they're our division rivals, the team is very good. They definitely got tons of superstars all over the defense. And he's got some superstars as well, man. He's got big boy Hopkins that we got to worry about. And we definitely do not need him getting loose. On a very big 3rd and 14, speaking of the devil, DeAndre Hopkins comes through with a big catch on the outside. He had him on some type of fade route, and he just absolutely comes down with it. We run commit right there. We get lucky. We end up getting the sack, and we'll gladly go on ahead and take that. So the very next play on 2nd and goal, he hits me with the screen. I was unprepared. Wasn't looking at it. I was really looking at the entire left side of the screen until I noticed. I'm like, oh, snap. Wait a minute. He scored. He scored. At that point, it was just too late. It was just too late at that point. And it was unfortunate that we're going to go on ahead and give up a touchdown on a screenplay. But we got him to a decent amount of 3rd downs. Like, all right, we'll get it together. We're going to run pistol bunch out of the New Orleans playbook right here, one of my favorite formations. And I love the delayed in routes to the running back. It gets so glitchy as it does again right there. Now, he plays a lot of man-to-man coverage, and I can see how in regs it can be devastating, right? Because I don't have 1,100 speed receivers with 100 route running. I'm used to an ultimate team. And there goes that defensive line making big plays for him. Jadeveon Clowney with the big sack, pointing at me like you knew this was going to happen. And I knew it. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. You know, unfortunately, that means Jadeveon is just a damn goon. Right here, 2nd and 21. We got A, but I got bigger and better plans. We tried to hit my man. Was that Baldwin? And he ends up dropping it. 3rd and 21. We had A again, but we tried the out route on the right side to lock it. I thought he came down with it, but he drops it. We got to go on ahead and settle for 3, which is not easy. The wind is 7 miles an hour against us. And not only that, the kick meter is extremely fast. Like, it is so fast when you're dealing with that kick meter, man. And you definitely want to go on ahead. Well, I definitely need to go on ahead and get used to that, because that kick meter is just so fast. So fast. Right there, we get a big sack on 1st down. We came out in 5-2 to mix it up a little bit. On 2nd and 20, he's going to go on ahead and run the ball and lose 2 yards in the backfield. 4 rushes for -4 yards for Lamar Miller. 3rd and 21, let's just watch DeAndre Hopkins. I just completely nail him, but he holds on to the ball. But he's actually going to go on ahead and decide to go for the punt. And I mean, I don't understand why Lockett did not catch the punt. There was plenty of room and unfortunately it drizzles to the 7-yard line. But nonetheless, we got the stop, we got the ball. Let's see if we can go ahead and make some plays. And there he is with his man-to-man defense. Like, all right, if he does this, we got to get some plays going to where we can create some separation. And there goes Carson again on the delayed in route, and he does find space for the first down. So 1st and 10 right here. We're looking, and I'm expecting man-to-man. He doesn't call man-to-man. But we do end up taking off with Russell Wilson, and that is the big advantage of a mobile quarterback. So right there, we hit the left side right there wide open really quickly, and then I believe we do it again the very next play. He's leaving it open, and we're going to go ahead and hit that all day until he makes us pay for it. So 1st and 10 right here, and we're closing in on passing midfield. We're looking, we got X, we throw it to him, and we come down. No, he just drops it. What is up with all these drops? Russell Wilson 5 for 9, but I feel like we definitely are doing better. And B is just completely wide open. We end up hitting more right there for the big catch. Plenty of, obviously in field goal range, but we want the 6. 1st and 10, we decided to run the ball with Carson, and then I was like, okay, that spin move got to go. Like, that spin move is so slow, but he calls a timeout. 2nd and 7, we look for the running back again, and Carson is making big plays this game. So, very big 3rd down right here. We're going to decide to go for a toast on the right side, and we just pick up the 1st down, and we get stopped on the 3-yard line. 2 rushes for Carson, then we go toss to the left, and right there, like that spin move, like he's not getting by anyone. So you're going to see me make a very important, well, not a very important, but a very big change right here. I go on ahead, I go to depth chart, like, please tell me they have anyone that can spin. I just need someone with a decent 80+ spin. 88 would be perfect, but we got Davis with the 86 spin move. Carson only has a 79. So, all right, that's my running back for the remainder of this game. We're going to go to Davis. 2nd and goal right here. Sheds, but you see the spin move? You see how we actually just make the defender fall? We need that. 3rd and goal, same scenario, 1 defender, and we spin, make the defender fall. And that is the big difference between a 79 spin and an 86 spin. Definitely a very, very, very beautiful, beautiful drive by us. And not to mention, we get ball at the half. He's on his 25-yard line. He chucks it up, what you're about to see in a second. He does come down with it. I don't know how. I thought ET3 for sure was going to make a play on it. But thankfully, there's no time remaining. And we're going to start the second half up 10-7. And we get ball. So with Regs, there's a lot of different things, right? There's no playmakers. There's no superstar at every single position. There's 5-minute quarters. Oh, and he could go all the way as we end up taking the ensuing kickoff to start the second half 4-6. Big way to start the drive, big momentum going our way, and now we are up 10 points. But again, there's more time. There's less superstars on the field. It's just a completely different game mode, and I definitely got to get used to it because I have been on Ultimate Team for so long, and I completely got away from regs, and this mode was the mode I fell in love with when it was the only mode you could play online head-to-head when Madden was first when I was first introduced to Madden. Well, first all you could do was play your friends. You couldn't play online, but once it was available online, so I could do head-to-head, and it was amazing. I loved it. And again, back then I knew every player, every team. I knew everything about everyone. I knew who could only do sideline catches. There was only specific receivers that had the high enough awareness to toe tap. There was no possession catch. There was none of that stuff. Only a handful of receivers could possession catch on the sidelines and keep their toes in. And I knew who those players were on every single team. I knew on my opposing team. I just knew everything. I knew the rosters inside and out. But now, since I've been addicted to Ultimate Team, I've gotten away from it. And it's so different, but I'm definitely enjoying it. So 17-7, you see me with the true clock on. I tell you guys all the time, and there's 2 things your opponent needs in order to come back in the sport of football. 1, they need the ball, and 2, they need time. And I am in control of both. Right there, I just try to settle for the run. Settle for the field goal, which we do. The wind being 7 miles in our favor allows us to easily make that from the 38-yard line with Sebastian Janikowski. So 7-20, and 1 more stop, and I feel like this game is over. He's using the D-line, and nothing against people who use the D-line, but if you are, for whatever reason, going to use the D-line, you do not want to use the best defensive player on the team. As Griffin comes away with the pick, you should see his name in the title, man. He had a very big game, 1 interception, 2 tackles, and he's not done. He will make an appearance again in the near future. So 2nd and 10 right here after a failed run, and at this point I'm just really trying to waste clock, and Baldwin has other plans. He's going to go in there and step out of bounds and stop the clock. 3rd and 7, We got the tight end on a slant, and Dixon easily gets us the first down. 10 for 15 for Russell Wilson, 156 yards passing as we just slide in to the end zone. And I press A thinking it's a PAT, but they make me go for 2. So a little low precision dot to a quick slant puts us up 28-7. So like I was saying, with the using the D line, like he's using J.J. Watt. You do not want to use her J.J. Watt. You need to let J.J. Watt do what J.J. Watt does. Okay, you cannot be a better J.J. Watt than J.J. Watt. And right there, we get an interception from McDougal. We got a big interception from McDougal. And first and goal right here. We end up sliding up in the pocket. We shed the sack, and he gets me with J.J. Watt. But again, like unless you have a true ultimate team where you are forced to use someone anyway, so it literally doesn't matter. Like you don't want to use the best player. You don't use Clowney. You don't use JJ. You let those guys do what they need to do. You cannot be a better JJ Watt than JJ Watt. Like it drives me crazy when I see people, you know, they would play with the Ravens back in the day and they would use Ed Reed. I was like, you are out your mind. Like you let Ed Reed ball hawk and do what it is he needs to do, because you are completely taking away Ed Reed out of the game, in my opinion. Like you don't need to do that. That's a no-no. But we're gonna go on ahead and stop an incomplete pass right here, and this is where I said Griffin makes his name for another play coming up in a bit, as we almost get the sack, but we forced a big hit right there with Bobby Wagner. I'm only using Bobby Wagner because he has a ton of speed. Trust me, if they had someone with a lot speed in the same way around Bobby Wagner, I'd let Bobby Wagner do his own thing. Right here on 4th and 10, he decides to go to an out route to the right side, but Griffin is there for the pick 6, and then our opponent is just going to go on ahead and concede in game, take knees, and we go on ahead and win with the victory 35-7. Let me know in the comment section, man, what team you guys would like to see next. So far in our online head-to-head endeavors, we are 3-0, and this game we played very well. It didn't start off good. He scored his first drive. He held me to 3, but we were able to get it going from there. Shut him down. He wasn't able to score from outside of his very first possession. We were able to lock up. We were able to move the ball very consistently, and the beginning of the second half to me was just the biggest thing about this game, to where we went ahead and took the kick return for 6, went up 2 possessions from 10-7 up 17-7 without putting our offense on the field, and that right there was the biggest difference. Like that right there was a big momentum change, and everything just went downhill for him for then. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave in the comment section once again what team you guys would like me to use next. Definitely enjoying the head-to-head. Hopefully you guys are as well. Do me a favor, man. Leave a like on the video. Definitely motivating to see that. The more likes helps me just understand that you guys are liking the content. The more likes I see, the more motivated I am, man. And that really means a lot. Until next time, appreciate the support as always. Peace!